Good morning, everyone. I hope it's not too dim, the lights. The sun hasn't even risen yet. I'm on Eastern Standard Time. It is 7 something in the morning. And I am here with your reading for this week. It's just a tad bit late. This weekend was it wasn't conducive for me to just have the time to really sit with this. So I actually did the reading this morning. Not that long ago, I pulled the card, and the deck that I used this time around is the Archangels Oracle deck, and I chose that deck today because this morning, after I had some meditation, prayer, etc., I was just feeling I just really felt the presence of the Archangels, and I often do, but today for me, it was just a little bit extra. Like, I woke up and they were just like, all right, girl, you need this. So I wanted to consult with them, and I pulled the card, and I was just actually delighted, excited. That's why I'm going to do the video right now instead of waiting until maybe later on. You know, I probably should be getting on the bus right now. But this was really important for me to do right now. I hope you guys can see and hear me well. So the card that I pulled today was Archangel Chamuel, Beloved One. This card means that the universe, the angels, your spirits, any of your deities that you follow are helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationship. Now, it's asking you to heal a relationship in your life, or maybe more than one, to consider your thoughts in which you're sending out into the world, and to manifest what you need. Make sure that matches up. Feel a lot of love for yourself so that spills over into your life and attracts love back to you. So that's generally what the card is saying. Now, of course, what I want you all to know is that about what a soulmate relationship is, because a lot of the times we feel, and my auntie's really good. Hi, auntie. My auntie's really good about, reminding me that a soulmate relationship isn't necessarily a relationship that is your forever relationship. Soulmate relationships are often here in our lives to teach us lessons, and we all learn differently. Our souls are all contracted, built up in a way to respond to relationships differently, or respond to any life circumstances differently. So for example, a person like me, I know that my soul growth comes very specifically through relationships. So that means any relationships that I have had in my life have served as learning tools for me to ultimately make me this suitable partner for some wonderful person. So in a sense, it's good because it was kind of like a fast track, because a lot of the times, a lot of us are in relationships with people, and as opposed to just one person for a long time. Like, I've kind of, I did a lot of dating in my life, and I've learned a lot. So I feel like on the one hand, that's really good. But on the other hand, there's a lot of, I don't know, like hurting people trying to hurt you types of things when you're in romantic relationships. So that's the trade-off. So soulmate relationships don't even have to be romantic. They can be, platonic. They can be your best friend or something like that. Basically, if you're in a soulmate relationship with someone, it means that they are from your soul group. So in past lives, if you believe in that, but I certainly do, you agreed to reincarnate in the same lifetime again so that you can sort out issues to help you both grow. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that you can't have a forever with your soulmate. You can. That's probably freaking amazing. But just to give you some context about what a soulmate relationship is. Now, for me, since I was saying, I learn my soul grows through my relationship experiences, I'm always on the lookout with people I connect with, like, ooh, what's that feeling that I get? It's less of a, oh, let's just hang out to hang out. No, it's like, there's something there. Let me find out that something. And then in the end, I end up with some like lesson and probably tears, but it's all good. So just to give you an overview about what a soulmate is, I want to get into everything else I have to say about the subject and about this card here. So for those of you who are in relationships, you guys are always the easiest for me, so I'm going to start with you first. For those of you who are in relationships, we know it's not a cakewalk. It's not always easy. There are challenges. There are things. So this beloved one card, just because you're in a relationship, it does not mean you won't be receiving support or help from the universe. It doesn't mean you shouldn't reach out to the universe to help support you in your relationship. Please be sure to do that. Now, what I want to say about those of you who are in relationships, in terms of healing, be mindful of incidences that have occurred in your past relationships that could potentially be causing any kind of friction in your current relationship. Please understand that the person you are involved with now is not the same exact person from the past that may have done something to you that you didn't appreciate. But remember, if you do not heal certain elements of yourself that were triggered by people from the past, you will attract new people with the similar traits. And that's because that's what you manifested. So be careful with your manifestation. Now, if you already manifested and you done it and you ended up with someone who's similar to what you've had before, use this as an opportunity to work through that. And it's not about the person, sweetheart. It's not about the person. It's about you. Okay? Now, for those of you who are in it and everything seems, pretty standard, of course, you're going to have bumps in the road. I want to remind you to appreciate your partner. Yeah. Don't forget about them. Sometimes we go on autopilot in relationships and we just feel like, oh, well, they know I love them. I know they love me. We're good. No, it's not. It's not good for a couple reasons. It's not good because what you're doing there is you're assuming that the other person's needs are the same as yours, and they're not usually. And this is when we get into love languages. So love languages are basically the way that the method of how people feel loved. So, for example, my love language is gifts. I probably told you guys this already. My love language is gifts. The way that I know someone cares about me is when they give me something. And not in a sense of, oh, let's get this expensive. No. It's any way that you show you care about my whole physical constitution. That could be, ooh, she sounded stressed today. Let me get her a cupcake. That can be, oh, she likes to eat. Let me give her a gift card so she can buy lunch. Oh, she loves nail polish. It's things like that. That shows me that you are paying attention to what I like. You're paying attention to my ebbs and flows and my moods, and you're reacting to that. It shows me that you're thinking about me, even if I'm not right next to you. That's my love language. Excuse me. And it's also how I show love to others, but you have to pay attention to your partner's love language. So I could be involved with someone whose love language is words of affirmation. And I need to tell him, oh my gosh, honey, you look so good today, or you're doing a great job, or you're my dream guy, or, like things like that. Some people respond to words of affirmation. There are people who respond to touch, etc. So there's a whole book on it. There's probably like 5 love languages, but that's what I mean. Pay attention to your partner's love language. It may not match yours. And if it doesn't match yours, you have to do what you have to do to make sure what you're showing them is what they really need and not a projection of what you need for yourself. Last thing I have to say for those in a relationship right now, we are in retrograde right now. So if your partner's getting under your skin, just try to roll with it. Just try to let some things slide, be a little more patient. Things are a little topsy-turvy right now. That's probably what a relationship is like in general, especially when you live with someone. But it may feel a little intensified right now. And coming up with the holiday season, things are busy. It's Q4. A lot of companies are getting really busy as well. Don't forget about your partner. You may not have the 3 hours to go on a romantic date. You may not have it, but don't forget about them. Send them a little something at work. Do something, wrap up a plate for them in the microwave. So if they get home late, the dinner is there for them. Just do something just to let them know that you're there and you're paying attention to them. Even if you can't really pay attention to them. Get me? All right. So before I go into like singles and stuff, I just want to talk about friends right now. Because your soulmate relationships could be just someone who is your friend. And the trend that I've been seeing all year has been friendships breaking down because of this increased amount of soul growth that's happening in general. People are shifting, and not only are people shifting, they are cognizant of this shift and are doing things to support their soul growth and raising their vibration. And when you do that, that can make you grow apart from people. People you've been friends with for a very long time. This doesn't mean you don't love these people. It just means that you all served time when it was needed to support each other at the points you were in life when you did meet, or what your soul needed before. What your soul needs now could be different. So if you're feeling a little bit down about losing friends, separating from friends, not feeling as connected to them, just know that there are people out there who will align, with you. Just continue to do what makes you feel happy and joyful, and you will meet others who you align with. This doesn't mean you'll never be friends with people you had, that you don't see that much anymore. No, absolutely not. But just know that you can find your tribe still. Just be authentic with yourself and you'll find your tribe. So that's what I have to say about the friends. Now, moving on into singles. And this is just singles who are kind of like, all right, I'm single, I'm ready, I'm out there, I want to date people. Understand that being single is the opportune time to heal from things from the past, or to work on your growth in general, to love yourself unconditionally, spending time with yourself. Because a wise guy on Twitter, he's very wise though, said that all of the relationships that we have with others are just practice and preparation for the ultimate relationship. And that ultimate relationship is the relationship we have with ourselves. So being single is the perfect time to cultivate the relationship you have with yourself. So while you are single, treat yourself exactly how you would like your partner to treat you when they come into your life. Understand that you are the co-creator of your world, and whatever you are showing is what you're going to get back. So be fabulous, act fabulously, take care of your body, love yourself, say kind things to yourself, about yourself, be positive, and just enjoy. Enjoy yourself, little singles. Because what's supposed to come will come at the right time. Now, it could come at the wrong time, but that's a whole other topic. Well, it could be a soulmate. Anyway, another story for another day. But try not to drop into a very low vibrational place because you are single. Because that will keep you in a low vibrational place, and then you will then turn around and attract people who are in a low vibrational place, and then it's like a cycle. It's very cyclical, and you'll be stuck there. You don't want to be stuck there. You want to enter into a higher vibration. You may notice a lot of people who are in relationships, and the one thing that I have to say, my piece of advice for anyone who is single, do not envy anyone else's relationship for a couple reasons. One, you don't really know what's going on in it. And two, you do not know what those people had to endure to get to this place. You don't know how many frogs had to be kissed. You don't know how much drama, how much heartache, how much pain, how much disaster a person had to endure. And then they finally got the relationship they've always wanted. So when I see people in these wonderful relationships that will appear to be wonderful from what I can see, I'm just like, whoa, what did they have to deal with to get there? Or, or even they probably worked out more karma than I did in a past life. They probably had something disastrous happen. That's how I think of it. So try to look at it from that perspective. Now, for the singles who are coming off of a breakup, your number one priority is the healing element and cleaning up what's been left behind. When you're single off of a breakup, there's a choice to make. There's a choice. There are a lot of choices, but you have to make a decision. You have to make a decision to heal, make a decision to move forward and clean the slate, or you can make a decision to stay and kind of linger and feel dejected and feel like a failure and all those types of things. And single coming off of a breakup, it's important to spend a lot of time with yourself where you can gain clarity. It's not necessarily the time to kind of throw yourself out there if you were not ready. That can backfire a lot. What I recommend for people who are coming off of a breakup and it feels hard is to make a gratitude journal. Write about everything that you are grateful for, and especially grateful for about yourself. When we get into relationships, especially the long-term variety, we often tend to lose sight of the wonderful things that we have to offer, who we were before, our identities. Now, some of us are rebels and cling hard to our identities while we're in a relationship, so it might be a little bit easier for you all. But for those who kind of just gave and gave it all, and their relationship was just a part of them, which is normal, take time to revisit. What did you used to love? Do you still love it? Are there new things you can try? What have you not experienced? We get into these pockets where it's very conventional when it's like every day looks the same. We got this routine. Routine is good for me, but I despise it a lot. So do something outside of your routine. Do something you've never tried before. And you don't need anyone to take you along with it or co-sign it for you. But love yourself deeply. I mean, shower yourself with the love. Be patient with yourself. Be kind with yourself. Look for the lesson. That's one of the things that I've done on coming off of a breakup. I will try to find a lesson. Sometimes early on when you're still upset, it's hard to find a lesson. You just feel like this just fell apart and it's just an awful thing. The world's against you. But as time goes on and you start letting go some of those high pain emotions, you will start recognizing all of the little lessons. Write them down over and over and over again if you need to. Don't try to hide from any pain you feel. If you feel like someone did you really wrong or you have these angry things to say, write them in a journal. Don't hold them in. Write them in a journal. I'm telling you, it can sound absolutely ridiculous. A year later, you can read it and be like, whoa, I was mad. All good. You got it out. That's important. And, keep your head up. Singles who are coming off of a breakup. We've all been there. I know how it feels. So just keep plugging away one day at a time. Sometimes it'll be hours at a time. It's okay. It's okay. Now, in general, back to our beloved card, I'd like to say that this could be a time of shifts in your relationship. Dynamics in general. You could be in a place where you've done the healing. You could be in a place where you loved yourself. Maybe you met someone. If you did meet someone, this could be your sign from the universe. This could be your next chance, your next opportunity. Now, if there was someone you had and lost and you're still feeling a nag, work it out. Sort it out. It is 12/12 today. This is the 12/12 gateway. The masks are coming off. Let it go. Let it go. Be transparent. If you have something to say to someone, if you feel a certain way, let it out. Let them know. Get it off your chest. Love yourselves. Love them. Oh, before we get to the very end, for those of you who are twin flames, I didn't include y'all for a reason. You know, the relationship dynamics get very different with twins. So I will make a separate video for the twins. It'll be my first one about twins. I usually don't get into the topic. So I want to let you know that that's coming. If you are watching and you are a twin, I will have something for you all. Now, I gotta get to work, but I'm so happy. I hope you stayed around for the whole video. This video made me very excited. I hope it helps you. It helps me. Have a great day. 12/12. Synchronicities. Namaste.